Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 16 of the Everything About Everything Sports Podcast.
You guys talking about sticks and balls.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the notes that we have for the first time.
Yeah, your boy was prepared today. So, NBA, Oklahoma City Thunder won their first NBA championship.
Congratulations.
It was a lopsided game 7 in OKC because Halliburton decided to get injured.
He decided to get
Yeah,
injured.
his Achilles just quit on him.
His Achilles was like, you know what I mean? I'm just going to leave.
His Achilles was like, there's always next year. He was like, ah.
It wasn't. I remember the game. I got the ESPN notification. Game 7 of the NBA Finals have now started. Like 5 minutes later,
Halliburton goes out.
Halliburton is down with a lower leg injury. 2 minutes after that, his Achilles is gone.
See, I turned it on late. I turned it on like in the middle of maybe like the start of the second quarter. And I heard that like the announcers were talking about it, like Halliburton forced to leave with an apparent Achilles injury. And I was like, okay, Oklahoma City won this one.
Yeah, as soon as
over.
Halliburton was gone, it was over.
Yeah.
Shea Gillis Alexander, I believe is his name, right?
Yeah.
MVP of the finals. Like, he was going off that game, apparently.
Yeah. You know what I didn't know, too? Chet Holmgren is 7'1".
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't think that he was that tall. But, yeah, they still had, I mean, it wasn't like a super lopsided game. I think the highest differential they had was like 20 points.
Yeah.
Which, if you're missing your best player like that in the middle of a game 7, and you had guys in OKC going off like that, that's really not that big of a differential. And I think they shortened it to like, I think it was like 11 or 13 points.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't that lopsided of a game.
I think it was like 103 to 91. Something like that. But
it wasn't a blowout or anything, but it was they had the game after Halliburton left.
As soon as basically the finals ended, it seemed like the draft started for the NBA almost.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I think the game 7 was Sunday and then the draft was Wednesday.
Yeah,
or something like that.
I don't even know who Detroit picked up. All I know is that Cooper Flag went first.
Yeah.
And then there was, what you call it, Bronny had like an extension that he said no to. A bunch of players got traded. I think LaMelo, with LaMelo went on.
Oh, I don't know. I know KD is a Rocket.
Yeah, KD went to the Rockets, and KD probably isn't happy about that. I heard KD's having issues with that.
Yeah. Can I see the draft picks?
I know we were picked like 34, something like that.
Yeah, we were down. Cools made the playoffs this year, so we didn't.
Yeah.
We actually didn't have a first round pick.
Oh. That sucks.
That is unfortunate. All right, round 2. There was only two rounds?
Yeah, and then everybody else is a UDFA.
Chaz Lanier from Tennessee. It's actually not a bad pick. He was pretty good in the tournament. And that's it.
Yeah.
So,
great draft. Good job, Detroit.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of it's just UDFA, and a lot of people go to G League anyways.
Cooper Flag's going to the Mavs, which you need that dude to pop off.
Yeah.
Yeah, after losing Luka like that, you need that guy to pull something out of his ass.
Now, granted, the Lakers didn't really do anything, but still, they made the playoffs. Did the Mavs make the playoffs?
I can't remember.
I don't remember. I don't think they did, to be honest with you.
Playoff bracket. They did not.
Yeah, see, but the Lakers most likely are always going to make the playoffs unless they're utter dog shit.
Yeah. I mean, if they wouldn't have traded for Luka this year, I don't think they would have made the playoffs this year.
Yeah, probably
I
not.
don't think they would have. It would have been probably Mavericks in their place, or like you shuffle everybody down or shuffle everybody up, and the Mavericks make like the 6 seed or the 5 seed or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you saw this. I thought this was a pretty big headline from Yahoo Sports. The NFL collusion ruling. An arbitrator reportedly found NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell encouraged teams to reduce guarantees to veterans.
That asshole.
Bastard. Which I think that's a pretty big headline because like there's obviously value in having a veteran player on your team.
Yeah.
And the veterans bonuses and stuff like that. That's a big part of staying in the league and like putting your time in and everything.
Yeah.
So
that's fucked up. Oh yeah, by the way, Justin Tucker is suspended for 10 games.
Yeah, but who's he playing for? He got
When
released.
when he returns, if he returns, he will be suspended for 10 games.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he may. I'm just calling it quits because he got released. He's like what 30 something.
I don't know.
He's got to be in his high 30s. He's got gray hair already.
That don't mean anything.
Well,
Exhibit A.
well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Let's see, Justin Tucker, football kicker. He's 35.
Okay.
So.
Still, kickers could have a long career.
They can, yeah. I don't know. He may end up just calling it quits.
Maybe.
We shall see.
Yeah. I don't know. What is it? Camp is right now or right around the corner. The Lions have been doing a lot of social media around camp because they had little kids. I wish I did it when I was a little kid, like go to those football camps that the Lions have.
Yeah. I remember, I think I went to one of their practices one time, like watched their practice one time. It was when, like, I think it was like 2013. So it was when, like, we still had Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford and all that.
My.
Yeah, it was like because my aunt had season tickets for the Lions, so
Yeah.
I think it was part of that like deal. Like you're like, oh yeah, you can get in with like these passes to go and watch practice. Yeah,
Fair enough.
there's not too much going on in the NFL right now.
No.
It's kind of a lull.
Yeah, it's going to pick up very, very soon, though. We only got like 8 more weeks until preseason, I think.
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, I don't know. There'll probably just be like more free agent signings every now and then.
Yeah, I'm
And,
waiting to see what the Lions do.
Dude, don't even get me started. Because I like looked at their like the salary and everything like that, and it's like we have the room to add Trey Hendrickson and to get Zadarius Smith back, and we're just not. It's like, dude, what the hell is going on?
I think they're trying to think if they're gonna extend people, probably.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But like, if you go, let's say you don't get Zadarius Smith, you get Trey Hendrickson. You still have money to extend people.
That is true.
Or if you get one or the other, you still have money
Yeah.
to work with.
Laporta got blessed by the Pope for his marriage. Did you see?
Yeah, so yeah.
So that means that the Bears are going to lose.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't know. Hopefully the Pope didn't give him like the bad Chicago juju.
No. I don't know. We shall see.
It's different when the Pope spins the block. I remember seeing that, and everybody was going off because they're like, we didn't know the Pope stayed strapped with a Glock.
No, yeah. The I saw something somewhere. It was like ever since the Pope became like a bishop or like an archbishop
Yeah.
is when it was like the year after the White Sox won the World Series. And then ever since then, the White Sox have been like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't been great. And then ever since he became like one of like I don't know how like the fucking hierarchy for like bishops works, but ever since he like got like really up there and like obviously became up for Pope,
Yeah.
like when Pope Francis passed away, the White Sox have been literally one of the worst teams in baseball history.
Wow.
And the Cubs this year are going off.
Is he a Cubs fan or a White
He's
Sox?
a White Sox fan.
Wow.
Because there was footage of him at the 2005 World Series.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was he was like in the stands and he was like in White Sox gear and stuff. But it's funny that ever since that happened, the White Sox have been just balls, and the Cubs have won a World Series and are one of the best teams in the NL right now.
Yeah.
And I mean the Bears have had some good years, but not really. And then the Bulls have just been plagued by injuries. The
Yeah.
Blackhawks did really good though. Blackhawks did have like one of the best stretches by a team in NHL history though.
Okay.
So, but
That's, I mean, if you're from Chicago though, you're like, Bears are on the hierarchy of what you want. For me, I guess if I liked Chicago teams, which I really don't really care about, obviously, I think Blackhawks would be third on my list.
yeah, probably because the Bulls have had.
The Bulls would be last.
Yeah, the Bulls like they have never win another game, and as long as you like, if you were especially if you were alive in the 80s and 90s, you would be like, yeah, I don't care if they win another game.
Well, yeah, if I had Michael Jordan on my team,
Yeah.
Unless you're the Charlotte Hornets, but you didn't really do anything at Charlotte.
Yeah.
What baseball team did he play for?
White Sox.
No way!
Yeah, he played in the White Sox.
He didn't have
minor
to
league
travel
system.
far, I guess, but
No, yeah.
that's crazy. What team did Bo Jackson play for? Royals?
Kansas City Royals.
But he was on,
Oakland Raiders.
yeah. That's rough. And then what did Dion? Dion was the...
Braves and Falcons.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's it. Deion Sanders once played an NFL game and 2 playoff baseball games in
Yeah.
a 24-hour window.
Yeah, I heard about that.
There's a 30 for 30 on it.
And he did good.
Yeah, and he did pretty good in both.
That would be crazy. Imagine you just get out of a game and you're like, all right, I got to hop on a plane real quick.
No, I think it was. I think one of the games was out of town, so like he played the baseball game, and then the NFL game. It was like I think it was like a day game, and then it was a night football game, or it might have, yeah, and then he had like the next morning, and then flew to where the next baseball game was,
That's crazy.
or something. I think it was like that.
That's a crazy... That's some dad lore right there.
Yeah.
That's some crazy dad lore.
It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
As you can
Jesus
see,
Christ.
I typed a little bit of shit on the Red Wings.
Did you have a existential crisis?
Maybe.
Okay. I
Um,
can't. I'm not reading all that. That's a lot of words.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, that's a lot of words. Good thing I ain't reading them.
Good thing you wrote it so you know what the fuck is on there.
Yeah. So, just a little bit of news to lead into to what I wanted to talk about the Red Wings. Oh, there's more on the Tigers, by the way.
Is
There's
there?
probably this and some for the Tigers.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Evander Kane was traded to the Vancouver Canucks. That was a player that I honestly was kind of hoping the Red Wings would have gotten.
Okay.
JJ Peterka was traded to the Utah Mammoth. That was a player that I really wanted the Red Wings to get.
Okay.
So that 0 for 2. And I put it down here. I think where did I put it? Oh yeah. This year and next year we have a free agent pool in the NHL that there are many pieces that can fit on the Red Wings.
Okay.
There's forwards, not really too many goaltenders, but you hope that our goaltenders, we can bring up Kosa and Augustine, we can have competent goaltending. There are defensemen that we have that we're supposed to bring up. There are defensemen that are on the free agent wire that are open for trading. there's different pieces that we can get that can definitely help us win and win for years too. Not just like, oh, he's a rental, like he's a 1 year, 2 year deal kind of guy. No, no, no. These are like 23, 24-year-old players that we can end up getting. So, I listed a few.
Just a few?
Just a few.
Jesus Christ! I'm now actually looking at this. What the fuck?
Lots of numbers, Ben.
How late were you up last night typing this?
Oh, I did this in like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't take it. Jesus, that makes. No. I don't even know if that makes it worse or better because you knew.
I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I just had to look up some of the stats and like some of the deals and everything. And
okay. Fast typer we got.
So yeah, we have the signed players. We have obviously Larkin, Raymond, Casper, DeBrincat, Confer, all those guys.
Yep.
You have Sider.
I could go for it like cider right
now. I have apple juice in my bag right now as we speak. We do have a lot of RFAs. So we have Elmer Soderblom. I wouldn't be opposed having him walk. I honestly wouldn't. You have Jonathan Berggren. He's been an impact player. I would want to keep him. Johansson and Edvinsson are two guys that I think you need to lock up. Mm-hmm. Especially in Carter Mazur and Marco Casper. Marco Casper is not a free agent or RFA until 2 seasons from now.
I'm assuming that means restricted free agent. Right?
Yeah, restricted free agent. But Edvinsson and Mazur are going to be RFAs after this season, going into 26-27. So you would want to get them deals ASAP.
Get them done.
And then Casper obviously being the following year, which kind of puts you at a little bit of a restriction, but not necessarily, because you'll see some of the players that I have listed, they don't have really big paychecks. Our projected cap space for this year is $21.3 million roughly, and that's 74.1 out of 95.5. But when you factor in that NHL players are making, you have a $2 million deal, $2.5 million deal.
Yeah, I guess. So, I forget that they don't get paid nearly as much as what people think.
No, but if you take that $21 million and you spread it out over Johansson, Edvinsson, Mazur, and Casper, and Berggren, you could come into a little bit of trouble. But we do have Petrie, Hall, and Sherratt, who are, I think, all making anywhere between $4 and $5 million a piece. I know Hall is making $5 million.
Okay.
So if you get those guys off the books, this is the last year we're going to be paying Justin Abdelkader.
Okay.
So if you get him off the books, it'll open up a lot more money for you to sign these guys and to have still money left over to sign free agents and to give guys raises and stuff. Because there are different other players who are free agents next year. Tarasenko is also another one. If you can factor a trade where you can have him as like one of the pieces that you trade away, get rid of him. He wasn't very good this year. He has one more year left. I think he's making 4.5 or something like that. Get him off the books.
So a $5 million contract is like you're making big money.
No, there are guys making $10 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'll find. Yeah. I think McDavid and Matthews both have $13 million deals.
Okay.
So yeah, they have. They're bigger players, but $5 million is like middle of the road. If you're making like $7, $8, $9 million, you're a pretty good player. You better be an all-star. And then there are dudes making $800,000, $900,000 who are like depth players.
Okay.
So yeah.
Hockey is weird.
It is weird. It's just
when it comes to finances, at least.
Well, yeah, it's just because it doesn't make as much money as like the NFL.
Yeah. So. I know you're going to be talking about this, but I heard people talking about it, and it's kind of the NFL has gotten so big that they're just bullying everybody else. Because it used to be the NBA's on Christmas, but the NFL's like, nah, we want that, and just kicked them out. And now it's the college football playoff is on
New Year's.
Yeah. But the NFL kind of took over whatever day it was prior.
No, it was always on New Year's because it was New Year's 6.
I know, but there's some like the national championship though. Not the New Year's
It was
6.
it was like 2 weeks after that, so it would have been like whatever day, like whatever next like the Saturday 2 weeks after that was.
Yeah, so the NFL took over that Saturday apparently somehow. Now.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, are you gonna watch college football national championship or like a second round NFL game?
I want to watch the national championship.
Exactly. So it's like they shouldn't really be worried about that. But like with the NBA, the NBA has gone downhill in terms of viewership. Like I think the NHL
It's not
was
fun
higher.
to watch the NBA.
No, the NHL was higher in viewership than the NBA was this year.
Yeah, it's so hard.
So
It's not hard to watch an NBA game. It's just not enjoyable.
no, I don't really like watching the.
Like,
I
I'm-
watched the playoffs, like the Pistons games.
Yeah.
In the finals, but that was it.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, like with a football game or like a hockey. Well, for me, hockey's a little bit different, but like NFL games,
yeah.
I'm usually not really much on my phone. But with an NBA game, I'm probably constantly on my phone.
Or I'm just turning it off. Like I'll see something else is on and I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Honestly, but like
South
like,
Park is on? Yeah, I'll watch that.
or not, or even like a soccer game. Like I
Well,
remember
you're
one
you're a
time-
soccer guy.
I'm wearing a soccer jersey right now.
Oh yeah, that is true. I'm not. I've tried to watch soccer.
It's great.
It's great in person.
I'll watch like the like a lot of like the bigger tournaments. Like they just had the UA like the fuck what's it called, the FIFA Club World Cup.
The FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah. So you have like the Nations League, or no, the Champions League, and the
Oh.
Nations League is another thing too. You have the Champions League and the Europa League, and then you have
Europa.
they make like it's called the Super Cup, and then different teams that qualified for that they go into the FIFA Club World Cup. So it's like the best like club teams around the world.
Okay.
It's like Miami FC with Lionel Messi was in that.
Yeah. All right. I always had fun watching my cousin play, but
Yeah.
other than that, like, I would probably need to go to a match to enjoy it.
No, not even FIFA World Cup.
I'm just talking about in general.
No, I'm saying like you don't like watching the FIFA World Cup, like the countries.
Oh, I guess if it's like a super big game, like you would have to show me a big game
Yeah.
and be like, "Yo, come over."
By the way, FIFA World Cup is going to be in the U.S. next year.
So, how much are tickets?
Dude, I don't know, but I saw like
You're-
some of the cities. It was like Pittsburgh, like Chicago.
is not
like-
far away. I'd rather go to Pittsburgh. But
I mean, I don't know, which like
Chicago's all right.
yeah, it's like if it's like fucking Senegal versus Switzerland in Pittsburgh, and it's like France versus Belgium in Chicago. We should probably go to Chicago
Well, yeah.
to see the better teams.
Yeah. But also, how much are tickets?
Probably not cheap, but probably.
Are we talking 4 figures?
No, fuck, dude. I don't know. I think I mean, I have to see. I don't even think tickets have gone on sale yet because I don't know who's playing yet. Like they're still qualifying teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I know that Detroit has a football club.
Yeah.
So maybe we could see what their tickets are like and go to a match.
They are not expensive at all.
Like $10.
Like Michigan Panthers. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it. Let's go see
Yeah.
Detroit. We'll pull it up later.
Detroit City FC.
Yep.
Yeah. Back to Ho Chi. We have there are tons of prospects too that we can loop into different trades and guys that I would like to see come up in the next few years. You have Brancy Nygaard. Don't laugh.
His last name is Nygaard?
Yes, it is.
Like-
Nygard.
Oh, I'm thinking like Nygaard,
No.
like a knee guard.
Oh no. Oh, that's what you were thinking.
Get your head out of the
Oh,
fucking gutter.
That's what you. Okay. All right. Well, no. It's
I honestly thought it was spelled Kenneegurt. I was like, that's such a weird name.
There are a few pretty weird names too that we have. We have a guy named Red Savage. I need to see that guy.
I need
in
a
the
jersey.
NHL. Yeah, yeah. I need to see that guy in the NHL.
Red Savage, dude.
Redmond Savage.
Oh, okay. So his
But it's
actually red.
Yeah, yeah. We have Nate Danielson. That's run of the mill. Amadeus Lombardi.
Amadeus
Lombardi. Dude, this
What
guy.
nationality, dude?
I hope to God he's Italian. Because that's like straight up like the most Roman name I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's yeah. So what's his name?
Amadeus Lombardi. I don't know if I can't remember where he played. I think he might be. I think he might be Norwegian.
I kind of spelled it correctly. He's white.
Yeah. Oh wait, go to images. Maybe you can see what national team he played for. If he played for a national team, like the World Juniors. Let me see.
Is that?
No, that's a CHL or OHL. Yeah. Come on. There we go.
Could also just look up nationality.
Oh, he plays for Flint Firebirds.
Okay.
He plays here in Flint. He played for the. Oh, he's playing for the Griffins too. Oh, okay.
Flint is like 2 hours away from here. That's not a far drive.
No, Flint's closer than that.
Is
like
it?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
Oh shit, dude! Driving to Northwood, you always pass through Flint.
Yeah.
So.
I can't tell what.
I can just search it up.
Oh, here. I can.
Audio format.
Oh yeah, audio format. He's Canadian.
God damn it.
Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. But I wonder what nationality he is, because that's an Italian last name I've ever heard one.
Well, yeah. I'm going to search up nationality.
It'll probably. I tried to do that with Tariq Skubal. I was like, I wonder what nationality it is. I ended up having to look up like what nationality his last name is, and it said like Czech. But it was like when I looked up Tariq Skubal nationality, it was like he's Caucasian, and I was like, I guessed that. Like I probably could have told you that.
It's saying, oh, Romania.
Romania. Oh.
I think Romanian.
Amadeus. That just sounds like someone who was in the Gladiator arena.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
Hey, Romania, Rome. Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think I saw something that was like a language tree, and it was like all the languages that have like derived from Latin.
Yeah.
And like Romanian and Italian are like closer than you would think. But it's like Romanian's also been mixed in with like Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, but so we have tons of prospects we can throw in there. And I typed up some free agent targets and trade targets.
Let me hear them.
So, first one that I was thinking of, I have 5 defensemen, and a forward, and then another forward that we could trade for. So,
let me hear it, SpongeBob.
We have Noah Dobson, 25 years old, right-handed defenseman from the New York Islanders.
Okay.
He didn't really have that great of a 2025 season. He had 34 points, but his 2023 season was much better. He had 70 points. He's making $4 million per 3 years, so $12 million on his total contract.
Okay.
This dude's easily a top 15 defenseman in the NHL defensively, and he would be instantly a top pairing, like a guy that you could probably put with Seider and have them rock out in the top pair. Like I said, he didn't have that great of a season this year with the New York Islanders, but New York Islanders as a team didn't really have that great of a season.
And they're from New York. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Gross.
But he is a very good defenseman. He was I'm pretty sure he played for Team Canada. Definitely played there for the World Juniors. Next up we have Bowen Byram. Kind of the same deal. 24 years, a left-handed defenseman.
What a great name.
Yeah, oh yeah. There are a few really good names on this list, like just sounding. We have what did he make? 3.85 over 2 years, so almost $7 million.
7.5.
He had 38 points in this season, but he was also traded and went to Buffalo.
I didn't know that was cocked. Ah!
And Buffalo was not a very good team, as they never are. And he did play for the Avalanche during their cup-winning season. So he does have experience being in the playoffs, playing that style of hockey. He is very good defensively. So
well, I would hope so. He's a defenseman.
Well, yeah, but 3.85 isn't that bad of a price for him at all. Next, we have Matt Grzelcyk from Pittsburgh, left-handed defenseman. He's 31, but he did play with the Bruins for a long time. He's been on winning teams. He plays the game the right way. He had 40 points last year, so
what's the average life span of a NHL career?
Usually high 30s, like 38, 39. If you make it to 40, you're pretty damn good. What's his face? David Krejci just retired. Well, didn't retire. He went to go play in, I think in Czechoslovakia, where he was from, or Czechia. And
one of the years in
Europe. He went to go play in Europe. And I think he was 38 when he left. So, but then you have guys like Ovechkin. Ovechkin's gonna be turning 42.
Damn.
I think.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So you got, and then Crosby I think is 39. Malkin I think is like 37. So yeah, you that's generally when you see guys start to leave, is because it's hard on your knees and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that's why
smashed around.
That's why I'm like 40 sounds insane.
No, yeah, that's usually when you. That's like a lot of the, like generally for a lot of professional athletes, is like 40 is like if someone's playing into their 40s, they're like, you've been around for a minute.
Ancient.
Yeah. Like
Aaron Rodgers, dude.
Right. Yeah. It's like.
Oh yeah, we gotta circle back on that too.
That dude is he's pretty old, and you have.
Well,
like,
he said he's going to retire after this year.
Yeah, I thought we talked about that already.
No.
Oh, I thought you said that before.
No, he just said it like this past week.
Oh.
He was like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to teach Will Howard everything I know because I'm going.
Called it.
Well, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, you won't see me after this. I'm no longer going to be on social media.
Well, yeah.
He's like, I like to live a private life.
Okay, then. Well, then make your shit act like you like to live a private life.
He has a documentary on Netflix about him taking drugs.
Right, yeah. What the hell, dude? Oh my God. I can't stand that guy.
What if he wins a Super Bowl, Jonathan?
He's not going to.
You say that now.
He's not going to. No, there are other teams that will get in the way of him winning a Super Bowl. Because something's gonna go wrong, just like when he was with the Jets.
Lions Steelers Super Bowl.
Book it. Lions will win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would believe that too, but
no, like there's no shot. I don't think he's gonna make. If he makes it to playoffs, fine. Not gonna do much in the playoffs. The Pittsburgh isn't as complete of a team as other teams they'll face in the playoffs.
That's true.
So I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's wait to see if he gets to the playoffs first.
Okay.
Because he's gonna have guys. I mean, he is gonna have better receivers, but who's running the damn ball?
That's a good point.
Right, exactly.
I forget who their running back is because they got rid of Najee.
Yeah. So who's gonna run the damn ball?
Him.
Yeah.
He tears his
he's
Achilles.
He's gonna tear his ACL and MCL this time. But
I'll return 2 weeks later.
But all right, moving on to the next one. We have defenseman Ryan Lindgren from Colorado. Left-handed defenseman.
I think there's a way to change that.
There is. I'm just too lazy. He's 27 years old. He had 19 points last year. Not very good.
That's terrible. It
But he
sounds
only
like.
played 54 games. And he had a $4.5 million deal over one contract. He has had far better seasons when he was with New York. He is defensively responsible. He plays the game hard, and he's just a physically strong dude. Like if you see him like when he's attacking the boards in the corners and go for the buck in the corners, there are very few people in the league that can outmatch him physically.
Okay.
So he is a very good pickup. Next we have Nate Schmidt. He just came off of a cup win. He just came off of a cup win in Florida. He's left-handed. He's 33, but he's making $800K.
Okay.
So
Pretty
very
cheap.
good. Oh yeah.
Pretty cheap.
He's another one who had 19 points, 5 goals, 14 assists. Kind of, more of like he's a veteran, like defensively minded defenseman. So he wasn't really scoring a whole lot to begin with when he was younger.
He's like, I play defense.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, and you have guys on Florida who are other guys who are scoring a shit ton of points. Reinhardt,
Yeah.
Bennett, Kachuk, Barkov, other guys like that. So, and then the next one, the biggest one, forward Mitchell Marner from Toronto. He's a right wing. He's 28 years old. His last cap hit for the Maple Leafs was $10.9 million.
Okay.
And it was his last year on a 6-year deal. He had 102 points last year, 27 goals over 81 games played. He would be a huge signing. He's an annual 100-point player.
I like to stand sometimes.
Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
He could sign for less on a shorter term. He could sign maybe like a $9 million 5-year deal or like a $10 million 4-year deal or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that would eat up a ton of our cap. But it would be an instant impact.
Okay.
It would be, I mean, he is one of the better players in the league.
So that's the question. Do you want to... It's probably a win-now mentality.
You could. If you get him for... If, say, Eisman brings him on for like $9 million or like $8.5 or something like that. Because I doubt that there's going to be any player that has him at $10 million. Because he hasn't really performed in the playoffs. But...
So he ain't worth the 10 mil.
Other teams might tell him that. It's like, hey, we're looking to sign you so you can be an addition to this team, but we need to see you perform in the playoffs. We're going to only give you 8.5. We're not going to give you the $10 million deal off the bat. There probably will be some teams who give him that 10. Probably going to give him 11. But
Okay.
if you want, hey, go ahead. See what he does in the playoffs. If he doesn't good in the playoffs, okay, you showed us. But we'll see. And the shorter term. He's 28 years old, so if you signed him, if a team got him for 5 years, be 33, then you go and you look at signing maybe like a 2-year, 3-year deal after that somewhere else if you win, because I'm sure he wants to win a Stanley Cup. And the one trade target that I had, I only have one trade target, surprisingly. You have forward Jonathan Marchessault from Nashville Predators.
Ooh.
34 years old. He had 56 points last year, 21 goals. So he was a pretty good goal scorer on a shit Nashville Predators team last year. He's making 5.5 over 5 years, and he's on year 2 of 5.
The only reason why I like the Nashville Predators is because of Taylor Lewan when he was at the Predators game, and he chugged the beer, and his daughter chugged the water.
Yeah. That's the only reason? That's the only thing you know about the Predators?
I like their color scheme.
Yeah, the jerseys are trash. They're so simple. It's like...
I also really like the way the arena looks.
The arena is sweet. Yeah, Bridgestone is pretty cool.
But that's about it. Yeah.
They have had some pretty good players play for them. Roman Yossi, Pecorine, David Legwand. No idea who those are.
I'm blanking over here.
Uh,
Mr. Encyclopedia.
he has won a Stanley Cup with Vegas Golden Knights too.
Oh, Vegas.
So, yeah, that is another thing. He has playoff experience on a really good, well-built team. So those are the trade proposals and free agents that I could see that Red Wings getting. Now onto the Tigers.
All right, we're going to take a second because I'm going to have to use the bathroom because this is going to take like an hour. Plus, I have small bladders.
Small Scrotum. I saw you scroll down and I saw all of it. I was like, my bladder ain't going home. It's very cold down here. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Compared to outside. Compared to the predators outside.
I'll tell you off camera. What I saw coming in.
And we are back. Small bladder Ben, that's what they call me.
Sure, they call you small something else.
Hey, my toes are small. God damn it.
All right, we have the Detroit Tigers. So I pretty much typed up their whole roster.
You pretty much typed an essay, Jonathan.
I did, yeah.
And
Doesn't seem like
and
work.
it's Time New Roman.
It is not. It is Roboto.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I got bad eyes. Is it double space? No.
No, it is 12-point font though. I'm German. So I pretty much typed up their whole roster. It doesn't seem like work when you have
From the majors,
like-
or is this minor as well?
no, it's the major leagues, but anyone who's like came up or down from the majors, like I have a couple guys who are in the minors right now. But it doesn't seem like work when it's baseball or when it's something like sports and shit though, because this is like it is 4.5 pages long.
Jesus! What?
This whole thing. The whole thing. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the whole thing. I thought you meant just the Tigers.
No.
Oh, I go, holy shit, Jonathan.
No.
That's all right. That makes sense. Okay.
But
Time flies when you're having fun.
right, yeah. So I put like our whole depth chart and shit like that. So we have Everett's obviously very good outfield. We have all of our bases covered in the outfield, guys who can move around there.
Yep.
We have first base pretty much locked down. Torkelson's been pretty good at first base. We have Keith at second, Torres at second, Baez at shortstop. He's been really good there. McKinstry can float around and play either
playing
third
good
or
at
second.
shortstop. What?
He's always been good at shortstop. He just hasn't been good at the plate.
Oh, that's what
He's
it
been
was. Yeah.
he's been very good at shortstop. Like he's won a couple Gold Gloves and stuff. McKinstry playing third. Baez also has been at third base a couple times. If we've had Sweeney at short. Our wants versus our needs. So I have weighed it. I have weighed it. So our needs, I think what we would need right now, especially with a few injuries in the starting pitching area.
Hit me,
you have-
Professor.
You
Hit
have
me.
Alex Cobb who's gone down. Reese Olson who's coming up in a rehab start right now. Jackson Job's out for the season.
Tommy John.
Yep. and I would like to add another bullpen arm. Those are our needs right now, I think.
Yeah, because didn't Brebbia go down?
Bo Risky got sent down. I think maybe Brebbia got sent down. I can't remember.
Dude, when I was at that game, it pissed me off so much that Brebbia threw 30 pitches in a half inning and let up 3 runs.
Yeah. Actually didn't put Brebbia on this.
I'm pretty sure they sent Brebbia down.
They probably could have. I mean, I know we do our bullpen as it stands right now, like the guys that I've seen on the active roster, we have Will Vest, Tommy Canley, Tyler Holton, Brant Herter, Chase Lee, Carlos Hernandez, Dylan Smith, and Brennan Hannafy.
Yeah.
And we have Alex Lang, who's still injured. He's on the IL. Bo Brisky and Brebbia are sent down. And then you have Jason Foley, who's been in the minors pretty much all year. So adding another bullpen arm would be something that I would really like to do. Another really solid bullpen arm. Because right now you have Vest, Canley, and Chase Lee. He's been pretty good. Those are kind of your bigger relief pitchers.
Vest is doing pretty good, isn't he?
Vest is like I think he's like all-star caliber.
Yeah.
And then starting pitchers, you really have Skubal, Mize, Flaherty, Montero, and then this guy Dietrich Enns, who hadn't pitched in 4 years, and he came out and he got a shutout win.
Yeah,
yesterday,
I heard
which was
about that.
nuts. But you have Reese Olson. He's gonna be coming out. So realistically, your rotation will probably be Skubal, Mize, Flaherty, Montero, Olson, which isn't bad at all. But I would like to see another arm in that rotation, especially if we're going to be talking about the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because as it stands right now, the Tigers are 51-31. That's the best record in the AL, best record in the MLB. First to 400 runs scored, first to 50 wins, and we also are leading the AL Central by 8.5 games.
Fuck.
So we would really have to go on a bender to be able to drop the AL or the AL Central.
Yeah.
So it's
just over halfway, right? Or
yeah.
We're at halfway, or
we just passed
over?
halfway. It was 162, and we're game 83 right now.
Okay.
83 is today, and so that means that we would have to be buyers at the deadline because making the playoffs this year is almost a given.
I don't want to say shit because
we've been there's already halfway gone. We are earning the dog days of summer after the All-Star game and until the trade deadline, which I think is like in August or something like that. This July first couple weeks of August is like the dog days of summer. It's like the hottest days of the year. You've already played over 100 games, almost 100 games, if not more. You're facing opponents as you've already faced 2 or 3 times before.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a little of a drag.
And it's like
up.
the teams that you can beat you, and you're just like, come on, you swept these guys. Like,
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. Because you eventually you start to pick up patterns and stuff like that, and your wins are gonna have to be more hard fought and stuff like that because teams are
a
scrambling.
lot more 1-0 games or 2-3 games.
Yeah, guys are going down with injuries every now and then. So
yeah, that's what AJ Hinch was talking about. He's like, all I care right now is that we're healthy. He's like,
for the most part, we are healthy. We have 2 guys who are pretty much would have been everyday dudes that are injured right now. We have Job and Vierling.
Yeah.
But when Vierling came back for that week, he really wasn't that great. So I don't know if he still is healthy or if he still was healthy. Now he would have been in the lineup because we have guys who have outperformed him, and guys who have got called up who are playing really really well, like this Dietrich Ennis dude. This what's his name? Chase Lee, Dylan Smith, and Jahmai Jones.
Yeah, AJ Hinch was talking about it. He's like we have notable guys on our team, like everybody knows, but then we have the guys that for the most part nobody knows.
No, yeah, Winslow Perez had probably the best game he's played yet in his career a couple days ago. I think he had 2 RBIs, a double and a single, and 2 throwouts back to back.
Yeah, oh my
that was
god!
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah,
2 throwouts like that, pretty much the exact same thing, back-to-back
Bro,
plays.
it looked like a moon ball the way he
Oh, yeah.
launched it.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was on the money too.
That's why AJ Hinch is like, nobody really knew who he was, and now people are starting to.
And he's a switch hitter too,
Yeah.
so that's even better.
He's better on the left than he is right, apparently.
He is, but if you have, I mean, he can still hit from the right-handed side, and that brings me into the wants section.
Okay.
I would like another right-handed bat, and probably have that right-handed bat be another reliable infielder. Because, like I said, our outfield, we have great outfielders: Green, Meadows, Carpenter. You got Perez, obviously, in the outfield. Baez can play a little bit of center if you need him to. Justin Henry Malloy, if he gets brought back up, he can play there. Jahmai Jones plays in the outfield. And your infield right now, you have first and second are pretty good. Shortstop, you could have Baez there. And then third base is kind of your iffy area. You have McKinstry usually playing there sometimes, and Baez will play there every now and then. So third base is kind of the only concern area.
Yeah.
So if you have Baez stick in the short, you could have McKinstry slot in there every now and then. Maybe have him slot in as a third baseman every now and then, and have a surefire third baseman play third base.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a shortstop, you can have Baez slide over to third because he has been really good at third too, and have that shortstop pick up the pace. And then if you take that shortstop out every now and then, like give him a day off, put Baez at short, McKinstry back at third, type shit like that. And then you also have Jace Jung, who came up and he was great defensively at third base, just couldn't hit major league pitching. So you do have him waiting in the wings too.
Just couldn't hit a ball to save his life. It's okay.
He really couldn't hit too great. So I do have trade targets for the upcoming trade deadline for the Tigers as well. I have, I have three and three. I have a starting pitcher and two relief pitchers, and then two third basemen and a shortstop.
Okay.
So 3 position players and 3 pitchers. First up is Bo Bichette.
Ooh,
we've
we
heard
have his jersey.
We do have his jersey. We've heard this guy's name thrown around a little bit. He's 27 years old. He's making $17 million, which there's no cap in baseball. He is also a free agent this offseason. So if you bring him in on a trade deal, you could pay him and bring him in full-time and have him be a Tiger for a long time. He's got a 1.3 WAR, over 337 at-bats, 93 hits, 11 home runs. He's batting at 276 and a 753 OPS right now.
What's OPS stand for?
On base plus slugging.
Okay.
So he has 317, 436, 753. He is a really good glove at shortstop. He's a fast dude too. He can steal bases.
Yeah.
He's a pretty clutch hitter too, and he has like a great PR presence, great locker room presence too about him. So
Man,
he's young.
you're even going off on their locker room presence. Oh,
dude, I did my research, Ben. This is my sport. This is baseball we're talking
that
about.
is true. Damn, I got to step up my game when it comes to football. Damn, fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then next we have third baseman from Arizona Diamondbacks, Eugenio Suarez. He has played with the Tigers before. Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez?
Yes.
That sounds like a tequila.
Why is that, Ben? Why does it sound like a tequila?
Because it sounds like a cousin of Jose Cuervo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He has played with the Tigers before. He was a third baseman / shortstop for the Tigers before.
What year?
I think it was like 2015, 2016, something like that.
So a while ago.
Yeah, a decent while. He's 33 years old now, but he's having a career year. He has a 2.7 WAR, 283 at-bats, 71 hits, 25 homers. He's batting at 251, 67 RBIs, and has 892 OPS.
Okay.
So he's hitting really, really well. He does have a touch higher slugging and a higher on base than Bo Bichette does. More home runs, but less hits and more RBIs because of the more home runs. And he's not batting quite as good. So these guys are pretty interchangeable in terms of where they're at. Defensively, I have seen him on the highlight reels a little bit too. He has had some really good stops at third base.
I think I'd rather have Bo Bichette.
I would too, just because he's younger.
Okay, but what's the... in order to get them, say it's a trade, like what would you have to give up?
Ideally, we would hand over prospects. We do have prospects that we have right now. We have a couple catching prospects that we've gotten from other teams. There was the one dude, I can't remember his name. It was like Tygo Sanchez, Thiago, or whatever his name was. So you have prospects that you can mess around with too in the trade department, because you have 4 or 5 elite prospects right now that are in the top 100 of the MLB, and then you have prospects below them as well that you've gotten from trades and things like that.
Okay.
So if you trade for Bo Bichette, you could send over like a couple pitching prospects, couple infield prospects, because Toronto is probably not in a position where they're going to make the playoffs this year. You have 2 teams ahead of them that could make the playoffs instead of them, New York and Tampa. Arizona's up in the air because you do have really good teams ahead of them, but they could make it as a wild card depending on how the Giants do.
Yeah.
Because you have the Giants, Dodgers, and the Padres right now who are above them and all in the same division.
I will say, if I was traded to the Blue Jays, I don't think I would be that mad.
No. Yeah, I mean,
The city's awesome.
yeah, and the team has a good history too.
Yeah.
You have had some really good players play for them.
A lot worse places to go.
Yeah, but the thing is though, these prices, in terms of trade prices,
Yeah.
are going to be less because they are free agents at the end of this year.
Yeah.
So, would you rather get something back for them or nothing, and then have them go to another team anyways in the offseason? It's kind of the same thing that we're working with Skubal at the end of this following year.
Yeah, we're shell out the money, dude. Just pay them.
Dude, blank check at this point.
What do you want? 500 mil? Sure.
Do it. I'd give him 50 mil over 10 years. I would.
You don't have a salary cap. I don't understand why they're not
No.
paying 80 million, and 36 of that is going to Baez.
Right. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a big thing with the MLB, like, you know, with signing players and things like that, because like we were talking about with the NHL, you have guys like the biggest contracts that guys are making in the NHL right now are $11-13 million. Both of these guys I just talked about are making over that and then some. This guy's making 15 and Bo Bichette's making 17 and a half.
Yeah.
So, and those are,
And that's like cheap.
well, no, that's not cheap, but that's not like those aren't the biggest contracts in the MLB right now.
Yeah.
You have Juan Soto and Shohei Ohtani are making $750 million.
Yeah.
Which is fucking nuts. Next, our last position player is Ryan McMahon. He's a third baseman from Colorado Rockies, who are abysmal. So getting him is,
Have they passed 20 wins yet?
don't embarrass them like that.
Hey,
They're
I
trying.
embarrassed Madonna here. I wait here to Madonna.
They're trying.
No.
They're
No.
the Avalanche or the Rockies are trying. They're trying. Oh no.
Oh. 18 and 16, 3.
18 win. There's no other team that's below. There's no other team that's below 30 wins. And they haven't got to 20 yet. Oh no, there's one. The White Sox have 26. Figures. And oh, fuck.
That's rough.
That's tough. They have a negative 213.
You
run
know what that
differential.
looks like? That looks like what the Pistons record was last year.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that does.
Damn near.
Yeah. Well, the Pistons were worse. I think the Pistons had 14 wins last year. But it's close. Over 82, and there's 82 games. They played 82 games so far. So yeah. God damn.
That's rough.
But look at what I was saying with the Arizona Diamondbacks. So you have Diamondbacks are 41 and 39, 5-13, and then you have the Giants, Padres, and Dodgers who are above them with all 44, 44, and 51 respectively. and they have similar.
So the
win
Dodgers are
percentages.
on par with us.
Yeah, Dodgers and Tigers are two best teams in the AL. We have a 662. They have a 622. We have a 622. They are 30-14 at home. We're 28-13 at home. Run differential plus 89. We have a plus 94. So I think we're technically higher than they are. Yeah, we're still at the top of the, because we have the higher run differential and we have, I think, a higher runs scored.
Statistics in baseball are
overall.
weird.
Yeah, we still are. We have higher runs. Or no, we have a lower runs against. I can't remember what goes first. I know it's obviously wins and losses, wins percentage, and then I think it goes like I think after that it's run differential, and then runs scored and runs against, and then if you're both even tied after that, then it goes to your home record.
Okay.
So it's like it jumps across like this, but it's like they split the games because this is like the wins and losses, and this is wins and losses, and this is like single number stats. Yeah, so we're technically still at the top of the MLB.
Up there with the Dodgers
Yeah.
is a pretty good feeling.
Fuck yeah.
Sucks that they swept us.
What are you gonna do?
Play baseball.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they just came off of a
That
World
was the
Series
beginning
win.
series too.
Those were the very first games of the year.
That was rough, and we almost
So-
won one of those games too.
We almost won two of them.
Oh.
But yeah, shit happens. But yeah, Ryan McMahon, he's 30 years old. He's got a 1.5 WAR, 12 home runs, 61
What does
hits.
WAR mean as well?
Wins above replacement.
Okay.
So it's like how you're doing compared to someone who would be doing league average.
Okay.
So if you have like a 1.5, like anything above like a 1 or above like a 0.75 is decent. It's pretty good.
Okay.
25 ribbies, 728 OPS. So, and he's batting at 222. But 222 with 12 home runs, 25 RBIs, and a 728 OPS, it's not bad.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's played a lot this year.
No, he's played 275 at bats. Adrian Suarez has had 283.
Okay.
So he's probably, I mean, the Rockies suck.
That is true.
So the Rockies blow. We just talked about
I
that.
forgot
So-
we're on the Rockies guy. Oh.
Yeah, so he blows. Or the Rockies do. This guy, he's not very bad. He's batting a 324 and a
He's
404.
not very bad. Shut up.
Or he's not very. No, fuck. He's not bad, is what I meant to say.
He's not very bad. He's just not good.
He probably would be a very good player for the Tigers. Like if you had to pick like on the Rockies like to send one dude to the All-Star game, this would probably be it.
Okay.
And he's got a
Poor
shit. He's got a 324 and a 404. And aside from Eugenio Suarez's slugging, that's all those numbers are pretty much on par with Bo Bichette and Eugenio Suarez.
Okay.
Because he's got 324, that's the best out of these guys, and he's got a 404, which is not too far off from Bo Bichette,
Mm-hmm.
and his OPS is not too far behind either.
Cool.
Now into the pitchers. Felix Bautista, closing pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles.
Any relation to Dave Bautista?
No.
Okay. I'll shut up.
There are also other Bautistas in baseball, and my idiot brain thought you were going to say one of them.
Moving on.
He's got a .7 WAR. He has not had the best season of his career thus far because the Orioles haven't had the best year either. He's 26 years old. He's 2-5 because the Orioles haven't given him much room to work with. He's got 16 saves though, 27.2 innings pitched in 38 strikeouts. So he's averaging almost like 1.35 strikeouts per inning,
Okay.
which is pretty good.
Okay.
And he's got a 1.12 whip. Whip means walks and hits per innings pitch.
Okay.
So he's averaging a hit an inning.
Okay.
basically. So that's pretty good.
Not terrible, yeah.
He's only making $1 million.
Okay.
Do it. Like this guy, I don't understand.
All right,
Change
so
of scenery could be really good for him.
pay him
because he
$2
has
million
had-
to come here.
Dude, I'll look up his
Deal or whatever.
no his past stats because he has had really good like seasons.
What's his
in the
first
past.
name?
Felix.
Oh.
Felix. I don't know. But yeah, Felix. He's Dominican. Yeah, 2020. He was a rookie in 2022, by the way. So he's only been in the league 3 years. But last year, he was 8-2 with a 3 WAR, 1.48 ERA. He had 33 saves over 61 innings pitched with where's strikeouts? 110 strikeouts.
Damn.
So last year he had.
I don't know if that's a lot or not.
That is good. He was an All-Star and he was 11th in Cy Young as a relief pitcher.
Okay.
So that's pretty damn good. He had how many walks did he had? 26 walks. Only 4 home runs hit off of him, 10 earned runs. And he was responsible for 14 runs and only 30 hits. So this year, halfway through the season, he's got just about half those numbers, aside from strikeouts and walks.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be having a little bit better of an ERA because he's got already 8 earned runs. But he's not doing terrible when you factor in that he had that kind of year,
Yeah.
and the Orioles aren't doing very good.
That is true.
And I looked, I can't remember where I saw it said 2. I think MLB said he was 2-5, but here it says he's 0-1. Wins and losses for relief pitchers are kind of weird because if you come into the game and a couple of guys are on base and you let them score, those runs don't go against your own runs, they go against the starting pitcher because he put them on base.
Okay.
And if you let up a run or something like that breaks a tie in the 8th inning,
Yeah.
and then your team comes out and doesn't score a run, I think the starting pitcher gets the loss because he let up the runs that your team tied to,
Yeah.
and then you let up the losing run, but you didn't get any run support.
Yeah, this is why I said that.
It's even hard for me to understand too. I have to constantly look it up and be like, how the fuck did that score again? But yeah.
Okay.
So then we have Ryan Hesley, St. Louis Cardinals. He's 30 years old, .6 WAR, 3-0, 3.54 ERA, 15 saves, 33 Ks, 1.4 WHIP, making $8.2 million. So he is pretty good. He can complete saves. He has a good pitch selection. He is a clutch pitcher. He's a veteran too. This guy, Bautista's only been in the league 3 years. This guy's been in the league I think 8 or 9. And they are both free agents at the end of this offseason. Next, we have a controversial one. When I saw this, I was like, really? But then I looked at his numbers and I was like, because they suck. But then I was like,
Is it the Rockies again?
no, it's the Miami Marlins.
Oh.
Sandy Alcantara. His right-handed pitcher is 29 years old, former Cy Young Award winner. He has a -1 WAR. He's 4-8, 6.69 ERA, over 74 innings pitched, 59 Ks, with a 1.15 WHIP. I don't know if you caught that. That blows.
Oh, yeah.
So 1.15 WHIP isn't bad because he has 1.4. This guy had 1.12. So
Yeah.
that's not bad. Making $21 million through 2027, so you would have to trade for him. 4-8 Marlins below. 6.69 ERA. That's 6.69 earned runs on average per start.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah.
Why would we want this guy?
Because he won a Cy Young before, and the Marlins are balls. So if he comes here, he has at least an offense behind him, and he has Chris Fetter, who is a really good pitching coach. You can maybe get him into that Cy Young form again. Because his underlying stats aren't bad.
That's too much of a risk for reward type thing for me.
It could be, but
Because you have to trade for him, like you said. There's
You-
no reason to trade for him.
you would have to trade for him, but his quality of starts and his pitching and stuff like that, isn't bad, but if he gives up, let's say he has like a game where he gives up 3 runs, he'll end up losing that game because the Marlins don't back him. And then if he has like a bad game, like every pitcher does, where he gives up like 8 runs, then he's really fucked.
Well, yeah.
So he has to throw like a shutout or like a 1 or 2 run game in order to get a win. That's why he's 4-8. And the 6.69 ERA, the defense that he has behind him with the Marlins
Sucks.
also isn't great. The one thing that I am worried about, though, 74 innings pitched with 59 strikeouts. So that's less than a strikeout per inning.
Yeah.
So
Not great.
that's also not too good.
So why are we even talking about this guy?
Because he won a Cy Young in the past, and he plays for a team that's not good. So if you bring him to this team where he has other pitchers who he can work with, Chris Fetter, who is a great pitching coach, he's turned around Jack Flaherty, he turned around Reese Olson and Casey Mize, and he coached up Jackson Jobe to get him here to the majors. And a lot of these guys we have in the bullpen now who are fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you have a guy who already has the underlying capability to win a Cy Young and just plays on a terrible team, maybe not having a great year, you bring him here, he can change that and he can solve some of those issues.
I guess.
I don't know. I saw it and I looked at it and I thought the same thing. I was like, nah. But then I looked at it and I was like, maybe. If he was the only person you went out and got, I wouldn't be happy with that. If you went and got like Felix Bautista or Ryan Hesley and him, then I'd be like, okay, that's
Acceptable.
acceptable. Yeah.
Acceptable behavior.
There are other guys that I was looking at too. Like there's what's his face? Bailey Ober from the Minnesota Twins. I don't have his stats in front of me, but he's a really good pitcher too. Mackenzie Gore from the
What are these fucking names,
dude. Good play. Mackenzie Gore from the Washington Nationals. Really good player. A couple other things like that, or a couple other players like that. So.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I have. But
Oh no, am I getting quizzed?
I have a quiz for you, Benjamin.
I never prepare for your quiz. I just want to fuck with you.
These should be easy.
You say that every time,
But
dude.
these were like, when I was going through the quiz, I had an answer key, and I was answering these on my own. Like, I was like, okay, that's the right answer. Like, that's right.
We have
I
two
didn't even have to
different
check 'em.
brains.
We'll see. So your quiz topic is Detroit sports from 2010 until now.
All right,
Okay, you more confidence levels rising.
maybe. Can't tell you for
Yeah.
sure yet. We haven't got to the first question.
Your first question, Benjamin, is what Detroit Lions wide receiver set the NFL single season receiving record in 2012?
Megatron?
That is correct.
Okay.
Number 2. Who was the Detroit Tigers manager during the World Series run in 2012? And I have multiple choice for you.
Okay.
A. Jim Leland. B. Brad Ausmus. C. Ron Gardenhire. Or D. A.J. Hinch.
I want it. It's not AJ Hinch. Wasn't AJ Hinch a player?
No,
Well, he's the manager now, but wasn't he a player?
he was a player, but not on the Tigers that year.
Yeah, but he was playing in 2012, I believe. What were the A through C again?
Jim Leland, Brad Ausmus, and Ron Gardenhire.
We'll go with Leland.
That is correct.
Yeah.
You want to, so I can call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on? No, I'm over at Ben's. Oh. Well, I told him to get up when I left. Because he woke up for a little bit and then went out in the living room and I heard the TV and stuff on, but then when I went to leave, he was asleep on the couch. Okay. All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, so question 3, because I got Leland correct.
Question number 3. What year did the Red Wings last make the Stanley Cup playoffs? As of 2025.
Starts with a 2.
Well, I have multiple choice.
Oh, okay.
A, 2016, B, 2018, C, 2020, or D, 2023?
Sorry, repeat the question?
What was the last year the Red Wings made the Stanley Cup playoffs?
Oh, the playoffs.
Yes.
23.
No.
2020.
No.
18?
No.
13?
16.
Oh, 16? Oh,
A.
hey. Alright, whatever.
Who was the Pistons head coach immediately before Monty Williams?
Oh, Monty Williams is the guy we have now, right?
Yes.
He
Pretty sure.
he coached for the Suns. I don't know his name though.
I'll give you multiple choice. See if one of them rings a bell. A. Stan Van Gundy. B. John Beeline. C. Dwayne Casey. Or D. Lawrence Frank.
B.
No.
I have no clue.
It's Dwayne Casey.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know that one either. That was the one I didn't know in here.
I didn't know. I don't pay attention to the Pistons as much as we should.
Yeah, well, hopefully you pay attention to the Red Wings. Who was the Red Wings GM before Steve Yzerman returned in 2019? A. Ken Holland. B. Jim Neal. C. Larry Murphy. Or D. Jim Devellano?
Neil.
No.
A.
Yes. Ken Holland.
Okay.
Bastard. Okay. I have a couple true or falses for you here.
Matt
So-
Patricia.
Matt. Yeah. There was one. It was like, what team did Matt Patricia come from? And I was like, that's too easy.
Patriots.
Yeah. All right, number 6. True or false? Akil Baddoo hit for a cycle in 2022, which is a home run, double, triple, and a single, all in the same game. And it was the first time a Tiger did it at home since 1957.
True.
That is false.
Fuck.
I don't know if anyone's done it since 1957, because that'd be crazy if no one's done it at home.
I just remember my grandma clapping at the TV and saying, Abdu, Abdu, Abdu.
Oh. Oh my god.
So maybe I thought he did something like super good.
He did play
Or
this year.
Badu or
for a time.
whatever.
Badu, yeah. Abdu.
All right, next
No.
question.
All right. Number 7. Who did the Tigers beat in 2013 with a walk-off single from Omar Infante in Game 5 to send the Tigers to the ALCS? I have multiple choices as well.
Okay.
A. Chicago White Sox. B. The Tampa Bay Rays. C. The Baltimore Orioles. Or D. The Oakland Athletics.
The Sox.
Incorrect.
Athletics.
Yes. Yeah, that team was pretty good. You had Josh Reddick. I think Sean Murphy was there. I can't remember. Josh Donaldson, Yoenis Cespedes. Pretty good team. Mike Fiers. All right, number 8. Which player led the Red Wings in goals during the 2019-2020 COVID-shortened season?
I didn't watch hockey during that time.
Oh, well, I'll give you multiple choice as well.
All right, thank you.
So we have Dylan Larkin, A. B. Robbie Fabry. C. Anthony Mantha. Or D. Tyler Bertuzzi.
C.
No.
A.
No.
B.
No.
D.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, Tyler Bertuzzi. I don't know how many he scored though. I didn't write that down. Probably should have wrote that down.
Not good as
Write
you
that
got.
down. Write that down.
Jamie, write that down.
Jamie, pull it up. All right. Next two are pretty good. I will say. Pretty good.
I hate you fucking
No,
smiling.
they're good questions by me. They're good questions.
Fuck you.
True or false? The Detroit Lions played home games at Old Tiger Stadium from 1941
True.
to 1974 before moving to Silverdome.
True.
That is true. They also played in 1938 to 39 there as well.
I got the tattoo.
What?
The
Oh, the
trophy.
yeah. Who was the Lions starting number 10? Who was the Lions starting quarterback before Matthew Stafford? A. John Kitna. B. Sean Hill. C. Dan Orlovsky. Or D. Matt Castle.
I want to say Matt Castle or Dan. I'll say Matt Castle though.
Incorrect.
Is it Dan?
Incorrect.
All right. So what's the other two?
John Kitna or Sean Hill?
Kitna.
That is correct.
Okay.
Sean Hill was the backup for.
I remember Sean Hill sounds familiar. Kitna does not sound
Yeah.
familiar whatsoever.
Sean Hill was the backup for Stafford, like in his first few years.
Oh.
Orlovsky was the backup for Stafford from like 2012 to 2016, and then Matt Castle was the backup for I think like just before we got like David Blau. And
All right, three of them sounded familiar, so okay, that all right, whatever. Fine, I'll take a 70.
There you go. That's
Better than what I have done in the past.
yeah, definitely.
So, now we're in the bullshit part. My favorite part.
Yes.
Sometimes, most of the time. God, it's official now. The annual Up North trip is happening.
Yes. Oh, I need to text John about it. Shit.
Excited for that.
Yes.
We'll have to figure out recording before then. We might take a 2-week break or a week break.
Yeah.
That's probably what we'll do. What else is going on? I don't know.
MLB All-Star Game.
Okay.
Yeah, we have Tigers are well represented. We have Tariq Skubal. Dylan Dingler was third for catchers, but he didn't get into in the second round ballot. You have Riley Green and Javi Baez in the AL, and then Gleyber Torres. Yeah.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
Disgusting.
Dude, so I've told you about Casey's Pizza, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if I explained it on here. So when I was in Iowa, you know, you meet everybody, you say your highs and everything.
By the way, do you know where the fat electrician is?
Yes.
He did a video on Casey's.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
He's from Iowa, though.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, still to do like a video on the pizza place. So he did one on Little Caesars and Mike Ilitch too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
well, Casey's isn't a pizza place. It's a gas station.
No, yeah, but I mean, every time like you hear someone talk about it, it's Casey's Pizza.
Yes.
Like that's what they call it. It's like Casey's
Yes.
Pizza.
So when I get to Iowa, it's like the first couple days. I meet one of my great friends, Joseph Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shout him out. Great guy, firefighter actually, and EMT for Fort Dodge. So that's good. He everybody assumed I was from Iowa when I was there
Okay.
because I was I don't know. I just looked like I was from Iowa, I guess, which is whatever. But when Joey found out that I was not from Iowa, he's like, "Have you tried Casey's Pizza?" I go, "What's Casey's Pizza?" and there's a Casey's right across the street from our practice field. He's like, you haven't had pizza from there yet? I go, no. It's a gas station. Why would I get gas station pizza?
It's not just gas station pizza.
Lo and behold, it's not just gas station pizza. Well, he's like, yeah, Casey's is a delicacy around here. I go, really? He's like, yes. I'm like, you guys think gas station pizza is a delicacy? Because gas station pizza to us is like the 7-Eleven, you know?
Yeah, or worse.
Yeah, or worse.
Or yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking
'Cause
about?
Okay, side note, I remember one time Mitchell and I were hanging out, and Mitchell had like the 7-Eleven points on his phone. Like you would, whenever you go there, you scan the barcode and whatever. So he had enough points where he got a free large pizza.
Okay.
And he was like, I might as well get it and just see how it is. And like, because I think like if they give you like the free large pizza, they have to make like a whole new one.
Yeah.
So it's not just the one that's been sitting out in the fucking underneath the red light.
Yeah.
So we got like an actual legit new pizza from Little Caesar or from 7-Eleven. It wasn't that bad.
No.
It was like, it tasted like if you had a Little Caesar's pizza that you didn't eat right away and you just put it in the fridge and then put it back in the oven the day afterwards.
Yeah. Like 7-Eleven pizza, you're not going to 7-Eleven just for the pizza.
No. You're going there for Slurpees.
Yes. Casey's, you go just for the pizza.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it?
No.
Oh. All right, when we go to Iowa, you'll indulge. So Joey's like, yeah, dude. Like, you gotta go to Casey's. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to Casey's. He's like, go to Casey's with me. Just trust me. And I go, Joey, no. And he's like, I used to go there for my birthday. I'm like, you went to a fucking gas station for your birthday? Like, do you need me to call CPS? Like,
Yeah.
like, what's going on? He's like, just trust me. So he bought a pizza from Casey's. I had that bitch. Casey's was the spot from now on. Now they have other like good pizza in Fort Dodge for the most part, but it was like, hey, the game is on. Order Casey's.
Yeah.
Casey's is awesome. I will forever stick with Casey's.
There's a place that I haven't been to in a few years. I want to say maybe about 7 years. I don't know why. Because have you ever heard of Big John's?
No.
Holy shit. It is the steak and cheese sub restaurant to end all steak and cheese.
Really?
It's better than Tubby's. It's better than Jersey Mike's. It's better than Jimmy John's.
Where is it?
Only like around this area of Michigan. Like I just looked it up. It's called Big John's Steak and Onion. It's all around there.
Oh, okay.
So there's a one over there in like Flint area. That one's not Big John's. I don't know what that is. But like I remember driving past it one time when I was up north with my parents, and we stopped, and we were like, yeah, let's try this Big John place. I remember now this is back in the day. I don't know, their prices probably have gone up, but
Oh yeah.
I got a 12-inch steak and cheese with a bag of chips and a pop for $5.
It definitely has went up.
It probably definitely has gone up.
That's like a $20 meal right now.
I hope not. But when I tell you it was the best steak and cheese sub. Like it was so good that my dad and I got another one afterwards to take home.
Really?
It was that fucking good.
I don't think I've actually... Have I been to a restaurant that I've done that? Where I've ordered more food to take home? I don't think so.
There's been a couple that I've done. That one and Clyde's up in St. Ignace. When we first went to Clyde's, when it was like the classic like drive-in and everything like that, where they put the thing on the window and everything.
Yeah.
I think it was a triple stack burger, but the patties were like kind of thin, but they were like the smash ones, and they had a piece of cheese in between each one. And I added bacon to it, but they put bacon in the middle of one of the patties, so it was like just in there, and I had just ketchup and mayo, dude, and the fries were fucking amazing too. my dad was like, I kind of want to get another one to take back to the house. And I was like, I'll get one too. If you're doing that, I'm going to get one too, yeah. And then, yeah, and I was like, yeah, like that sounds like a good idea.
But my favorite pizza at Casey's is the barbecue chicken pizza, by far.
Okay, so you just reminded me of another one.
Okay.
When Josh and I went up north with my dad and my uncle and we were coming back home,
Yeah.
we stopped in Mackinac City. And we stopped at this pizza place. I can't remember what it was called. I'm going to look it up right now. But
Is that the move when we're up there?
dude, when I tell you, it was a weird pizza that I got. I'm going to tell it to you here in a second after I find out the place that we stopped at.
You remember the name of the pizza?
Oh yeah. It wasn't just it's not a weird name. The pizza itself was fucking weird. It was called Fox's Pizza Den.
Okay.
I got let me see if I get the name right because the name
It's like a bacon, egg, and cheese pizza.
not quite. It was called a taco pizza.
I've heard of taco pizzas. I've never had it.
Dude, when I fucking tell you, this is one of the best things I've ever had in my entire life. It has taco meat, pizza sauce, taco chips, which is basically just Doritos.
Yeah.
Cheese, and then I got no lettuce or tomato on it because I thought that would be too much. And then taco sauce on it.
I thought that would be too much.
Dude,
I used to have the Casey's app. Where the fuck did I...
this fucking pizza, it vanished. And I thought about getting another one and taking it home.
I deleted the Casey's app. No.
Why would you ever do that?
I had to re-download it when I think there's a Casey's in Michigan right now. I don't know how true that is
Okay, hold on. Let's find that out.
because we're going tonight if there is. I don't know if it would be called gas. No, that's the thing.
There is one.
Where is it?
It's closed. It's in Ferndale. This place may be closed. Oh,
Let me see it.
it says this place may be closed, and it's just a picture of an empty lot. So yeah, I don't think that's not no. Yeah, the only other one is no, not gas stations. Casey's. Yeah, the next closest one is in Gary, Indiana.
Oh, shit.
So not going there tonight. And then the next closest one other than that is in London, Ohio.
How far is that?
It would be 3.5 hours. You can go. I have work tomorrow.
Okay, if you didn't have work.
I don't know. It's still 3.5 hours, Benjamin.
It's my car.
I mean,
I can tell you right now, Jonathan, I've driven more than 3.5 hours for a lot less.
we get there and they go, yeah, we're out of pizza.
They usually just have... They actually make them fresh.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
Bro. Fuck it, we'll drive to Fort Dodge tonight.
You can. Like I said,
I don't gotta be to work till Monday.
I have to work tomorrow morning. So,
Oh.
no, I can't.
Alright. But Casey's, anyways, barbecue chicken pizza, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I think I got their cheese bread's so good. It will make you shit your brains out, but it's so good.
There were two other things, two other like sandwiches that I think about these constantly. When I went to there's this one bar.
That's how big back we are.
Dude, there's this one bar that I went to up north. I'll tell you the name of it off screen because it is close to the house up north.
Oh, okay.
But It's like a
I was there, right?
no.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what it was called, but it's a burger with cheeseburger
Okay.
with pieces of Doritos on top, on
Huh.
the inside, lettuce and coleslaw wrapped in a tortilla.
Jesus.
Dude, I've made this at home. It's so good. It's so good. Fuck, I might do that tonight.
Okay.
I might go, yeah, because I have tortillas at the house. I might go and stop at like Kroger or something like that and get some hamburgers, and then fry them shits up and make one at home for myself.
So, burger buns or just tortilla?
No, just tortilla.
Okay.
It's like a wrap burger.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
dude.
It's like a cheeseburger wrap, something like that.
So fucking good.
Keep it in your pants.
Dude. And then there was another one where I didn't have it in the restaurant. My dad brought it back to the house. So they my dad and my uncle went to this one bar. I think it was the same bar, but this guy brought in like it was like a big ass, I think he said it was like in a pan, and it was a burger, but it was, the whole thing was a burger, and they were going to cut it, and they served it at the restaurant as sliders.
Oh.
So he was like, yeah, this is like the thing, you know, and he brought in like a few of them, like it wasn't just like one, but he had one of the pans that was cut up into like big sandwich sizes.
Yeah.
And I think like my dad and my uncle were the only two people in there. It was like two other people and that dude who also worked there, like owned it, and then the bartender. So he was like, you guys want some of this? He was like, we have plenty of it. He was like, it's not like, he was like, I would just fucking give it to you. And they were like, yeah. It was called a bear burger. It had beef, venison, and black bear. And it was like pulled. It wasn't like a patty. It was like pulled on the thing, and it was two pieces of what's the one, the
Potato bone?
no. The bread starts with a CH.
Ciabatta?
Ciabatta. It was
Ciabatta?
on two pieces of ciabatta bread.
Bro, let me tell you how excited I am for up north, dude. Immediately when you told me, yeah, you got the dates, that was like Saturday or Sunday. Went to work immediately in the morning. I was like, hey, Charlotte. Her name's Charlotte. Lets us go. I'm like, hey, I'm going on vacation. She's like, oh, really? Like, oh, you know, just small talking up. I'm like, is the, you know, whatever dates we're going available? She's like, let me check for you. She checked. I'm like, I'm gonna need that off. And she's like, the whole week? And I go, yes, ma'am. And she's like, let me fill it out for you. She filled out the form for me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and she signed it right there in front of me. I go, Charlotte, you're an angel. And I left happy.
So it's I could show it to you.
Well, just show me off camera. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. You're ready to.
Yeah. All right. We what's next? Well, probably Thursday next week. I would assume, because of the 4th